I think he's blaming me.
Ah, Doctor, there you are. Couldn't face us in person, I see.
The video link works fine.
Doctor, why are you on the Master's scanner?
To tell you that he's right, I am responsible.
You grounded my ship.
For the greater good, yes. I will not let your TARDIS leave this asteroid.
What? Then we'll come with you. Will that make you happier?
You can, Bess, but only you.
What's that supposed to mean?
He wants to leave the rest of us behind.
I thought you said he'd help us, not leave us here to die.
I'm sorry. I truly am, but my hands are tied.
Why are you doing this? Why are you condemning all of us?
I'm sorry you had to see the truth like this, Bess. But the Doctor isn't the man you think he is.
We're running out of time. The Yporene Vanguard are practically on top of us, and the generator is about to blow.
We could still get out of here in one piece. The Doctor could let us go.
And I don't understand why he won't.
You won't change my mind. This is how it has to be.
You monster. Traitor.
You are as bad as the Vanguard.
How could you? How could you?
Now we see your true colors, Doctor.
Bess, will you come with me?
And leave these people to die? I won't even dignify that with an answer.
Seconds till the generator goes.
If that's your decision, then fine. No one is leaving this asteroid.
10 seconds.
Doctor, you've betrayed us all.
3, 2, 1.
5/2? Any chance you miscalculated?
By a few seconds, perhaps, but not this long. Something's wrong.
The asteroid definitely hasn't exploded.
Could we not be grateful for that for just a second? Because if it had...
Would your TARDIS not have survived the blast? The Doctor has made some bold claims about what his can withstand.
Let's just say that I'd rather we didn't put it to the test.
Doctor, can you hear me? Is the connection still open?
The controls say that it is, but it doesn't seem like anyone's home. Strange. Almost as if...
He's not there anymore. Has he left his ship?
He must have sabotaged the generator, stopped it from blowing.
At least he doesn't want us all dead.
Then why did he stop our escape? It makes no sense.
He must be outside. Quick, open the door.
As you wish. I wonder what that platoon will do next.
I dread to think.
Ah, caught in the act. I've delayed the overload. Figured that was the sensible thing to do.
You need to let us leave.
Not going to budge on that one, unfortunately. 5/2, I know you're the technical one. I wouldn't waste any time trying to overrule my intervention. I'm rather confident the generator isn't going to explode without my say-so.
But the Yporene Vanguard are coming. That's our only weapon against them. Without it, we're defenseless. Is that what you want?
With it, we'll be blown to our constituent atoms. Is that what you want?
Trapping us here is the same. You're killing us either way. Tell us how to undo what you've done to the Master Ship, and we won't have to hurt you.
I thought you were the pacifist.
Is that what Bess told you?
Even if John won't hurt you, I will. Any of the rest of us will.
Well now, you seem to be leading quite the offensive against me, but let me assure you, I'm not the enemy here. The Master is.
Help us, and you can walk away from this situation.
I don't suppose you'd step aside and allow me to access my ship.
Oh no. No running away or hiding in there for you. We were given hope, and you are ripping it away. Do you want us to die here? Do you not want us to ever see our families again?
Do tell, Doctor. Is that what you want?
Of course not. I want to do what's right.
So let us leave.
I know that if I refuse you one more time, the guns are likely to come out. So instead, I'll say just this.
The coward! I can't believe he just ran away!
There are only a handful of oxygenated rooms left after the crash. We'll find him.
5/2, see if you can figure out what he did to that generator.
I can keep an eye on the scanner, and his box, too.
Never mind watching the Doctor's ship, 5/2. Bess and I will look after it. Perhaps we can find something inside to help with the generator.
Send any updates about the Vanguard through the comms. Let's go find him.
There you have it. Was that what you were expecting him to do?
I don't know. Something better. More heroic?
Ha! Heroic? The thing with the Doctor is that he'll be the savior when it suits him. Back in the day, when we both wore different faces, he was traveling with this young woman. I forget her name. He probably does too. She died because he didn't save her. Didn't get to her in time, and these vicious aliens that we were both fighting against, terrible robotic things, they killed her. I think she shared her name with a flower. Hyacinth, bougainvillea. All your earth flora looked the same to me. Lily, perhaps that was it.
That must have been hard on him, to lose a friend.
You'd think, of course, it would be for me or you, but knowing the doctor, he'd be off on Concord the very next day.
I don't know what that means.
Not the exact words, but the sentiment. Now, let's see if I can get in here. Used to be one key to rule them all, but then that's the doctor and his laziness. You know why it always looks like a blue box?
Something to do with a lizard?
The chameleon circuit is broken. It's supposed to disguise the TARDIS so that it blends in with the local environment.
But yours hasn't done that either.
Well, I wouldn't want to lose it on an asteroid that's about to be blown to Kingdom Come, would I? At least mine's on standby. His is completely broken.
And that's why your key doesn't work in his door?
In theory, one key should open all TARDISes, assuming they're the same model and you've done a little jiggery-pokery to your key to complete the relevant upgrades. Obviously, if your ship disguises itself as a grand piano, you'd need a different sort of key if it became, a pufferfish. As the locks change, so do the keys, all working on a similar wavelength. But because the Doctor's battled old thing doesn't change appearances anymore, my key can't resonate with the modulating wavelengths of this ship's shell.
You both speak in tongues I don't think you expect anyone else to understand. I presume you're trying to tell me you can't break into his ship and deactivate the signal preventing you from leaving.
I say well, he likes you. Give as good as you get, don't you, Ness? However, I hate to tell you you're wrong. I can get in. It'll just take a little more time. Unless you have a spare key.
Sorry, I can't help.
Can't or won't, I wonder.
Are you accusing me of lying?
Simply wondering where your allegiances are. And don't worry, I'm not going to pat you down. Tell me, how well do you know the Doctor?
We've been traveling together. It feels like years. He's shown me an astonishing amount, but I suppose, really, it's only been a couple of weeks.
Yes, but what do you know about him? You admitted earlier that you don't know his name. So how about his age? How many lives has he lived? Who else has he traveled with? Whether they parted on good terms?
I've met some of his past selves, and a few of his old friends.
What about what he knows about you and your future?
I don't think I'd want to know that.
No? Not how long you'll live, how many children you have, whether you're remembered fondly, how you die.
That is all God's will.
But information at the Doctor's fingertips. Just something to think about. Because whenever he looks at you, he knows you have an expiry date, Bess. Over on that workbench, that screwdriver. Could you pass it here, please?
What are you going to use it for? Jimmy the door open?
Now where'd you pick up such an expression? You're from, what, the 16th century going on your demeanor? Clearly the Doctor is rubbing off on you.
Would that be such a bad thing?
You know, there's another thieves' term for a short iron bar used to break open doors. They called it a Bess.
Okay. What's your point?
Just a bit of trivia, my dear. But do be careful about picking up bad habits from the Doctor. He tends to be on the wrong side of things.
What do you mean?
I once tried to help a species reclaim their planet from another race. An aggressive race, who had taken over their world while these innocents had slumbered through a natural disaster. The Doctor allied himself with the aggressors and, perhaps through no fault of his own, ended up starting a war. Nearly wiped the aquatic Eocene out. That's what they were called. But the invaders had another name for them. Sea Devils. How childishly vicious.
That doesn't sound like him.
He chose the wrong army to fight with. UNIT, a military organization. Dreadful bunch. Shoot first, ask questions later. 5 rounds rapid, that sort of thing.
But my Doctor isn't like that.
They all are, sadly. Each and every one of him. Typical Time Lord behavior.
He is somewhat reluctant to discuss his people.
Before I came here, I was helping this race of time sensitives. A bit like the Tharls, but not so leonine. More like a giant space squid. The Halotrax are only just learning the full extent of what they're capable of, and they need someone to guide them, help them hone their skills. Naturally, I offered my assistance, but the Time Lords weren't having any of it. They punished me and sent the Halotrax back centuries. They're afraid of being challenged. Always have to be the top dog. It's no wonder I left.
They sound monstrous.
Power corrupts, and they've had dominion over all of space and time for far too long now. They could do with being taken down a peg or two. Taught a lesson.
I wonder why the Doctor won't talk about them.
If I have my chronology right, they're having a bit of a civil war at the moment. Is that already over? Either way, last I heard, the Doctor was working for the High Council, the governing body, if you will. Taking orders from someone called Creed, I believe. He may like to act the rebel, but he's been running errands for them most of his lives.
I don't know what to say. It's not that I don't believe you, but now I don't know what to think. Come to think of it, just the other day, we encountered these creatures, the Yari, trying to force their way onto a colony ship. They were desperate, but cruel. They were eating the sleeping colonists to survive. The Doctor expelled them into space. He said he didn't have any choice. And at the time, it seemed like he didn't. But maybe he was being a bit harsh. Maybe there could have been another way.
I don't want to influence you with my opinion. Only true facts about his past.
I appreciate that.
I haven't seen him.
Me neither. Where could he have gone?
Did anyone check to see if any of the spacesuits are missing? Perhaps he went onto the surface of the asteroid to hide.
He's a wily one, that Doctor.
He can't have gone far. Keep looking.
And hurry up. I've had no success with the generator, and we're nearly in range of the Vanguard's heavy artillery. That stuff could blow us and half the Doffna Belt out of the sky.
So why haven't they fired yet? Surely if they hit one rock in an asteroid belt, they could start a chain reaction. One hits another, which breaks and hits more things. The weapons are powerful enough to devastate the belt without having to get as close as they are now. Which means one of two things. Either they want to get close enough to launch a direct attack on us and confirm the kill.
And see the fear in our eyes, when they know we can't escape.
Or there's something here that they want and can't risk it being destroyed in the blast.
And whatever could that be, Harper? Any idea?
I don't know. We should keep looking for the Doctor.
And I'll keep trying to break into his ship with my new assistant, Bess.
Surely you must know that breaking into time machines is beyond my experience.
You might be from the distant past, but you strike me as being more than capable.
Of what? Handing you tools?
You could stand there and look pretty if that's all you think you're up to. Breaking into a TARDIS requires more than brute force or a delicate lockpick. It requires intellect and logic, which I think you have in abundance. So, what'll it be? Think you'd be of any use to me?
We have to keep a cool head.
That's easy for you to say. Your neck isn't the one on the line.
What exactly do you think will happen if we return without the Enderman key?
You know not to say that name in
I
case...
think it's a bit late to be worried about being overheard, don't you? The Master was right. The Vanguard clearly know we have the Enderman key and want it for themselves.
They saw through the High Command's ruse. Why send in your best agents to look for something this precious when they're exactly who the enemy will look for? A bunch of nobodies like us can slip in under the radar and can take it without being noticed.
Except the Vanguard are coming for us because they've figured it out.
Mostly because all of the best agents are long dead. We're one of the only platoons left. You give them too much credit. I don't think they're all that intelligent, but are simply using a process of elimination in a war of attrition that they are easily winning. Keep going and they're bound to find the right platoon. And if they get their hands on the Enderman key, the war ends in an instant.
The Master must know about the key too. He's on our side. If he knows how important our mission is, that changes everything. He isn't just saving a couple of desperate soldiers.
He's ensuring peace across the cosmos. So we have to find the Doctor and stop whatever he's doing. Be logical. This isn't a child's game. He isn't going to be under the table or behind a door. Cupboards or airlocks are the most likely.
Part of me wishes we could let the generator end everything. I'm so tired, John. I feel it in my bones. But I can't give up on my mission. That's all I have driving me forward. It's only adrenaline keeping my body going, and I'm running low on that. I just can't die here. Not a failure, I just can't.
Shad, come to us.
Harper, you really need to breathe. Slowly, carefully. You're straining yourself. Your heart.
Don't bring my heart into this.
We need you. We need to be together.
Please, can we not bicker? Maybe he's gone outside. I should look.
That's right. Come to us, Shad.
Not alone. We stick together. Shad, are you hearing that voice again?
Voice? What voice? Is it the Doctor?
No, someone else. They're out there.
On the surface of the asteroid? So it's an alien.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I just want to be with them.
No, you should stay with us. You're safe with us.
Perhaps you should have stayed in the Master's column. Maybe go find 5-1/2, see if she needs help. We can handle it in here.
It's too strong. It's too tempting.
We need to get off this asteroid. We're all sticking together. We all leave this blasted place together. So don't give in to this space madness yet.
I don't know why it seems to have such control over me. I can barely resist it.
Come, Shad. We will protect you. We will care for you.
Who are you?
We will be your family now. We will be your future.
I can't hear anything.
I can.
You will all be safe with us. We love you, Shard. John. Harper will be safe too.
They love us. They truly do.
But who are you talking about?
I don't...
They say they're our family.
But that's impossible. Surely you know that.
I do, but I want it to be true.
So do I. More than anything else.
Why won't you snap out of it?
We love you all. Come to us. Come.
Let's put some distance between us and that voice. Everybody, out.
I'm glad you've stopped humming. What was that dreadful tune?
An Applicaria, opera from the far side of the universe. Some people have compared it to rhinoceros in labor. That's very uncouth of them. Why don't you request something?
I'd prefer silence, if you don't mind. Tell me if you need any help.
As you wish. Psst. Did you say something?
Me? No, nothing. Psst.
I'm sure I heard something.
Probably some pipes. Shall I go check?
It might be an air leak, so it's probably for the best. Be careful, though.
So this is where you've been hiding?
Not in one stationary place. There aren't all that many places to hide. They've just checked this airlock, so we should have a few minutes until they check again.
I don't know if I should congratulate you on evading my friends.
I'm chuffed they haven't ripped me to shreds yet.
I'm not sure where I stand on that at present.
You really want me dead?
Not dead, but I expect some remorse from you, or at least an explanation of your callousness.
It isn't that simple.
Of course, but until I receive some knowledge from you, how am I to know when I have fallen into the lapse of an error? I lack true information, only my instincts, which are telling me to help the platoon.
I just need you to trust me on this. I will explain everything when we get away from here.
No, none of this placation. You think vagueness will protect you, but not this time. Because I know why you aren't telling me. It's because I won't like what you have to say. Something atrocious happens, doesn't it? And you want to stand aside and let it.
I'm sorry, Bess.
Sorry isn't good enough.
This must remain one of those little secrets we keep from each other, if only for a little while longer.
Do you take me for a fool? I know you're aware of who I am. I know you've always known, so these silly games can end. Tell me the truth.
I don't know what to say.
You do. You're just too much of a coward to say it.
Bess, this situation is far from simple. This platoon, Harper, Jan, Five-Half, and Shard, and their time in the Doffna Belt is something I'm painfully familiar with. I wish it wasn't so, but it is. This is fixed. There is nothing I can do to change it.
If you wanted to badly enough, I'm sure you'd find a way. He knew you'd tried to make contact with me. He asked me to get the TARDIS key from you.
Do a little more of your pickpocketing, eh? I note I still have my key, so either you're losing your touch or you haven't tried to take it. Though I think it's more interesting that you haven't given the Master your key. Or have you lost it?
No, I still have it. I wanted to give you one final chance to prove what sort of man you are, and I'm rather disappointed. Doctor, will you stop staring at me?
Well, I needed to be sure the Master hadn't hypnotized you.
And what is your conclusion?
That he hasn't, which is rather interesting. You trust him more than me, don't you?
At the moment I do. I won't turn you in, but I don't know if I'll defend you either. You're on your own, Doctor.
Thanks for the heads up.
There are more ships out there now, close to a dozen. The mothership is moving. I'm trying to plot its trajectory.
I hope it's heading our way. It'll make the generator exploding all the more effective. Assuming you've managed to undo what the Doctor did, Five-Half?
Yeah, that's sorted. Not as clever or devious as he thought, that Doctor. And not a moment too soon. The Vanguard have found us.
We knew it was a matter of time.
John, listen to us. We are here for you.
No, I'm not listening.
John, what's wrong?
It's that voice again, isn't it?
I thought you had dispelled that.
It keeps coming back.
It's coming for us.
It's just space madness.
It's what I can see. Look, through the porthole.
What is that thing?
Family. Home. Love.
We love you, Shard. You will be safe with us.
How can you be so calm when the monster is heading straight for us? And how do you know all that stuff about it? I can't hear a thing.
You will all all be safe with us. Let us in, and we will make you all safe.
Maybe it's beaming itself straight into your heads. That's the last thing we need. A telepathic alien. Either it doesn't want me, or my mental defenses are better than the others. 5-half, are the external defenses still working?
Barely. They might have the remnants of one charge left.
Aim at that monstrosity and fire! Did you miss?
There wasn't enough power left. I'm sorry.
Harper, how could you? You could have hurt them.
Hey! What are you attacking me for?
What are you two fighting about?
He tried to kill our family.
Bess, we are here for you.
What's that? Hello?
She hears it too.
We can give you the answers you desire, Bess.
We have to let it in.
It only wants to help us.
Yes, the outer door's sealed. Open the airlock.
You're all insane!
Take our hand. We can protect you.
So beautiful. Like a goddess.
What are you talking about? It's horrifying!
Don't you dare try to hurt our family again.
Shard, John, Bess, we love you.
We love you too.
What was that noise?
The Master's ship. Seems like this is my chance.
You shot it!
I had an opportunity, and I took it. That thing was trying to control you. Whatever you thought it was offering, there was no way such an ugly creature could be good.
It's like a haze has been lifted.
There's a music to that thing. Like the song ends when it leaves.
We need to get off this rock. All of you, get into the mess room now. We need to talk to the Master, see if he's made any progress.
What have you lot been up to, I've been busy at work and I've achieved exactly what I set out to do. The Doctor's grounding effect has been nullified.
You broke into his ship.
Told you I'd manage it eventually.
Did you do anything to his console?
No, I'm not the revenge type. I waste time being petty when I can get all of us away from this asteroid. Get inside. Elder Hawk awaits. You seem hesitant, Bess. What have you got to wait for?
Me, I think.
I don't want to leave him behind.
He has his own ship. He can leave whenever he wants to. I wouldn't dream of stopping him. I wouldn't sink to his level.
You know exactly what you're doing. Those soldiers can't leave this place. You're playing fast and loose with one of the most significant moments in all of history. You'll have countless deaths on your hands, and yet you don't even blink. I've underestimated you in the past, but never this much. I thought, deep down, there was perhaps the faintest shred of something redeemable about you. But after this, never again will I be so foolish. This is the end, Master. The last time I ever show you mercy.
You want me to side with you, and yet you talk to the Master like that.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Countless deaths. Sounds like needless scaremongering to me.
Really? You want to feign ignorance? This is wrong. This is abominably wrong. History doesn't play out like this.
I always forget that you're the High Arbiter of all time.
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance if you leave with that platoon.
And you'd rather they stay here to die?
It's the way it has to be. This is too important to risk changing. It must be done, Bess. It must.
Your conscience could live with condemning these 4 innocent souls to death by the Yporene Vanguard? You can shift awkwardly all you like. Being uncomfortable with the decision doesn't change it, Doctor. You're effectively executing them. Well, Doctor, say something.
Him or me? What's your decision?
If that's the way you want to play this, I choose the Master. At least he's honest with me. At least I know where I stand with him.
But he's lying to you.
You thought he hypnotized me earlier.
Really? I wouldn't do something so underhanded.
And were you right about that? No. I'm a fool for ever having faith in you.
What will you do now, Doctor, once we've left?
I'll stay here. I have to. You're shattering the established order of events, but maybe my sacrifice can be the glue that holds time together. If I have to die to put this right, then so be it. Someone has to stay.
Your sacrifice?
Then I suppose this makes this the final game. The last time we'll lock horns. I'm sorry it has to end this way.
The ball's in your court. You have the power to change it.
Come along, Bess. We'd best be off.
Adieu.
Adieu. Adieu.
can't believe we survived. We get to go home. Thank you, Master.
I'm happy to help.
You look sad, Bess.
I know you don't like him, and I can hardly blame you for that, but I did enjoy my travels with the Doctor, even after what happened on the asteroid. But that's over now. Gone.
Why speak in the past tense? We haven't even lifted off yet.
See that column in the centre? How it moves up and down? That is how you know we are in flight. This ship works in very different ways to your own.
She speaks the truth. Actually, we've landed. What do you think about that, Harper? Impressed?
But mere seconds.
That's ridiculous. Any chance I can take a look under the console, see how it works?
Maybe another time, 5-half. But for now, home awaits. Bess, if you wouldn't mind activating the door control. Eldohawk High Command, as promised.
Your TARDIS. It has changed.
So it has. I guess it must have nudged the chameleon circuit on.
Looks like a statue of the platoon. All 4 of you.
That's incredible.
I'd swear it was stone.
Don't they look so heroic? I guess my ship wanted to celebrate your return.
It reminds me of something.
General Solomon, we have returned.
Major Harper, I see you have commandeered a different craft to get you back.
This is the Master. He rescued us when the Vanguard shot down the Dondran in the Doffna Belt. And this is Bess.
Yes, we received your report about her.
She's an ally. She fought valiantly alongside us, even when we thought all hope was lost.
Your words are noted, Lieutenant. You are both welcome here, Bess, Master, in our fight against the Yporene Vanguard. Harper, the Endemon Key.
Here you go, General.
Thank you. With this, you have ensured the salvation of the entire galaxy.
But it's just a cog.
My dear, it is so much more than that. It is the way we will win this war.
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but I don't understand. How can it be? What does it do?
The Endemon Key is a source of ultimate power. Why else do you think the Doctor wanted the platoon to stay on that asteroid and die? He wanted it for himself. Come now, Bess. Surely you have witnessed how he often acts out of his own self-interest? With that cog, as you so quaintly put it, he would have had access to one of the greatest resources of a dreadfully potent energy to have ever existed. Instead of whatever selfish ends he had planned, here it is, with us, where it can be put to good use.
To stop the Yporene Vanguard?
What? Yes, of course, that. What else?
What else, indeed?
All alone. Great. Just what I wanted. But what choice did I have? Someone has to stay here. Someone has to delay the Yporene Vanguard long enough for them to be utterly defeated. The history books say it's Harper, Jan, Shard, and 5-half, but since they've wandered off, I guess it'll have to be me. Hard luck, history.
Doctor.
What was that? Oh, don't tell me this dratted asteroid has another surprise for me.
Doctor, we're here for you.
You might sound sweet, but I doubt you genuinely are. Who's talking?
We want to protect you, Doctor. Come to us.
Okay, I'll come to you. Wait, what am I doing? Only a sucker gives in that easily. Sure, I'm curious, but to walk straight into whatever trap you've laid for me, nice try.
We care about you, Doctor. We love you.
As if. Now I know you're lying. Haven't met and you already love me. I know my reputation precedes me, but this is taking the biscuit. Sounds like the Vanguard are here to play.
We have traced your life signs to this asteroid. We know you are here. Hand over the Endemon Key, and we will let you live.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. I wonder what the Endemon Key is. Perhaps that cog Bess was so fascinated by, the one they took with them. Fiddlesticks. No bargaining chip for me. Guess I'll have to bluff it.
That was the only warning shot. The next will be to destroy. The Endemon Key can be found in the charred ruins of what little of your ship is left.
They're going to wreck the wreck, and with it my only chance of survival. Please tell me they left a doctor-sized spacesuit. And there she goes. I'd never have been tempted to run away, of course, but it's so much easier without the option. Plus, we can't have my TARDIS falling into the wrong hands.
Doctor.
Oh, for the love of... And not you two. One alien menace at a time, if you please. Unless you fancy killing the Yporene Vanguard with kindness. That would be an enormous help.
We have come for you, Doctor.
Well, hello there. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Except you've got a bit of a low-budget shimmer, or the adrenaline is kicking in overtime right now because I can see straight through your pitiful disguise. You aren't as gorgeous as you want me to think you are. You're one of the Melpomene. Stay back.
We are here to protect you, Doctor.
That's as far from the truth as you could get. You want to absorb my essence, suck me dry of life, and leave me a desiccated husk. You're trying to lure me in with your siren song, anesthetize me with the beauty of your words. And it's only half working. I will resist.
The weapons are charging. You have 12 Cochrans to make yourself known.
How long's a Copran? Now's hardly the time to worry about conversion charts. If they fire again, they'll destabilize the asteroid. It'll start to crumble under my feet.
Come to us, Doctor.
10 Cochrans.
Not long then. Okay.
We offer only kindness.
8 Cochrans.
No plan. No allies. The Melpomene and the Yporene Vanguard are both after me. What a nasty mix. Looks like this is it.
We love you, Doctor.
5 Cochrans until we fire.
Are you ready? Because if this is to be my last stand, oh, I'm going to make it the best the cosmos has ever seen. Bring it on.